So let me allow boss speak. He's already here.
All right, thank you so much, Drew. And briefly, okay, let's look at the campaign, then I'll come back to the trade setups. All right, I have 2 trade setups for you, and just monitor it and see how it goes. Okay, so for the campaign, Bybit is giving out $20. $20 is not for trading fees, not trading rebate or whatever, right? The $20 is withdrawable. You can withdraw it, you can use it to trade if you want to, and all of that. And all you need to do is use the event link to register. Even if you have a Bybit account already, make sure you click on that link. Come in here. Once you log in, it will ask you to register, right? Once you register, you are qualified for this. That's for existing users. For those who don't have a Bybit account already, all you just need to do is to create a Bybit account, okay, with the event link. This event will expire in 5 days. So be part of those who will be sharing this $10,000 that Bybit is giving out, right? So all you just need to do is to make a deposit of $100, right? You just make a deposit of $100, and then the next thing is to trade $100 worth of whatever. The volume is for new users, right? The new user zone is just the simplest. You trade $500 worth of crypto, and that is it. Now, let me give you an instance. When it comes to trading volume, some of you would think, oh, I'll need to have $500 to be able to make $500. No, it's not true, right? When you make a deposit of $100 into your new Bybit account and you use a 5x leverage to open a position using that your $100 margin, okay, the position, let's say you go ahead and open a long trade, that is $500 already in volume. Now, when you close that trade, that is $1,000 already in volume, right? That is how it works. So with a 5x leverage, you open a long position of any token at all right? You close the position, and then when you open it, you have done $500 in volume already, and then when you close it, you have done $1,000 in volume already. Now, the same thing applies to existing users. All right, you don't need to have $100,000 to be able to do $100,000 in volume. All right, you don't need to have $100,000 to be able to do $100,000 in volume. All you just need to do is keep trading, right? Keep trading. So it means if you have $100 and you trade, you open a position worth, let's say, with a 10x leverage. Those of you who like using, high leverage and all of that. So if your margins is $100 and you open a position with a 10x leverage, it means that that position alone, you're doing $1,000 in volume, right? And if you close that same position, you're doing what? $2,000 in volume, and it goes on. So the more you trade, the more you do this. Now, mind you, some persons do this volume in a single trade. Some do it in, multiple trades and all of that, right? If you want to take advantage of it, you do it, and then they give you the $20. At the end of the day, you can withdraw the $20, or you just, use the $20 to trade. Okay, so how you participate in this is you just come in here, you register, okay, and then you can go to your reward hub and claim the reward. Okay, don't create multiple accounts. If you have a Bybit account already, don't go and use the same device in creating multiple accounts. Okay, even if it is only your Wi-Fi that is connected to the same device, Bybit will not give you the reward. Right? So that's what they have noticed. Some of you have one device connecting Wi-Fi, and you think, oh, by creating a new account in a new device and all of that, if you do that, Bybit will still detect that the traffic is coming from one source, and they won't give you the reward, even if you are using your sister's or your brother's details to create the account. Okay, so it's better you do this thing separately in order to get the reward. That is, if you want to get the reward. All right, so that's basically it. Create a new account, you get $20, or start trading as an existing Bybit users, and you get additional $20. Okay, mind you, there are terms and conditions right here. Okay, number one is that you must complete identity verification level 1. If you're a Nigerian, once you do your ID verification with BVN and all of that, that is it. Okay, and sub account are not eligible. Don't do this with a sub account. Make sure you're on your main account to be able to qualify for this. Okay, so limited quantities of rewards are available, and it is on first come, first serve. So for the first 1,000 persons, right? So if you do it now, just release it not long ago. So if you do it now, you will still qualify for it. Okay, so that's briefly about the campaign. Any question as regards this? so that we can actually proceed. Let me share with you the trades that I want you to look at. Any question as regards this? Okay, I guess it's clear. So if that is clear, then this is what I'm looking at. This is Vine. Okay, Vine just broke out of this falling wedge, right? We just broke out of this falling wedge right here. And two levels I'm looking at. Number one is the 382, which is this level right here at 0.15. Okay, 0.15 is my 382 level using the Fibonacci 2. And then the next level I'm looking at is the golden level. The golden level is around that 0.1 for around 14 cents. Okay, if none of these levels hold, all right, if none of this level holds, then we can be looking to buy Vine either from this today's daily open, which is around 13 cents, okay, or around that 11 cents plus. All right, so these are the areas that I'm looking at. I'm still monitoring this. If it plays out, guys, I will let you know, right? If it plays out, I will let you know where you'll be putting your entry in and all of that. But if not, keep an eye on this, all right, from your own end and enter a trade when, when the time comes. And then there's this other one called VVV, all right, VVV USDT. So this one too, I'm equally waiting, all right, that we come have a bar, even at that daily open there and all of that, then we can take a trade to the upside. Okay, so I'm waiting for VVV around this area. But if it breaks below this trend line that I'm looking at, right? If it breaks below this trend line that I'm looking at, and there are levels, okay, there are liquidities level that I'm looking at, to take a trade. If this trend line is broken, then the possible area that I'll be waiting for is this previous day low, which is around this $3.8 level. All right. Or we can actually use our Fibonacci 2, and then we'll be waiting for the fib level. Okay. The golden levels lined up with that previous day low, which is around that $3.6 level. All right. This is what I'm looking at. So we start looking for a long trade. Either we'll get a rejection here, we take a long, or we just break and come to that, golden level, and then we'll take a long trade from here to the upside. So these are the two trade setups that I have for you. Keep an eye on it, and once it plays out, I'll be sharing it on the platform. All right. So if there are no questions, I think we'll call it a day here briefly. This is what we wanted to update you on. But if there are questions, we can go on with that. But if not, we'll call it a day. I will still be having another class this evening. I'll try as much as I can to be available for that and see if we can do a live trade together, maybe a live 5-minute scalping together, right? So, any question? No question? Okay, we'll do over to you. I think we'll call it a day here.
Okay, so if there are no questions today and any suggestion, I'll call it a day. I'll see everybody in the evening. Please make sure to be available. There will be a live trade in the evening.
I have a question.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the the reward to risk to reward ratio.
Of this particular trade, I don't think is here. Just use what you do for me is go to TradingView. You know how to use it, right? Click your long position too and place it around this same value exactly. You can take a screenshot of this, but this particular this is already recorded, so maybe at the end of this I'll drop it on the group story for you to see. Just put your long position to here now and you will see it. I was not the one that analyzed this chart, that's why. Just put your long position to here and you see the risk to reward ratio, sir.
Okay. But the reason I'm asking is most of the times when I place my trades, like when I drop a long trade, so I'll be seeing like 5 to like different numbers. So
I don't understand, sir.
Like the risk to reward ratio. When I place a long trade or a short, and I'll be looking at the risk to reward ratio, and the percentage is giving me most of the times I see like 5 to 20 something, or 5 to 15, something like that. So it's difficult for me to like identify like a ratio that is 1 to 3 or like 1 to 5.
Okay, are you using TradingView to do this?
Yes, I'm using TradingView.
Okay, and it's showing you one.
Sorry. Sorry, let me get the question. What is it about the risk to reward? What did he say?
Yeah, so I'm trying to understand that most of the times when I place a trade like the same way you place this long trade now, and and the risk to reward, maybe I just place it in a way that like this same way, but maybe the risk to reward is not is not giving me like exactly what I want. It might be giving me like 5 or 7 to 20 something risk to reward, while the like my my profit and risk margin, like I place it very well, but the risk reward is giving me like a different number. It makes me confused most times.
Okay, to get you clear to know that we're on the same side, can you see my screen? What's the risk to reward ratio of this particular trade? I just highlighted the long position to what's the risk to reward here?
2 to 7, 2 to 76.
What this means is a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. That's a 1 to 2.7, right? A 1 to 2.7. It means that if I enter this trade, I'll be making 2.7 times the amount of money that I'm supposed to risk if it hits my stop loss, right? Risk to reward ratio, forget about the point something. Okay, the one that is the first one, if it is 1 point something, it means that your risk to reward ratio is risk, let's say 1 to 1 or 1 to 1 point something. If it is 0.2, if it is 2 point something, 3 point something, it means that your risk to reward, if you are looking for a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3, okay, if it is 1 to 3 you are looking for, it means that this one, I will need to adjust my stop loss a bit further, all right? You can see that right now it's 3 point something, okay? So I just make it 3.0 right now. So it means that this is a risk reward ratio of 1 to 3, okay? You're making 3 times the amount of money you are going to lose. So the first number there is what you want to pay attention to. Forget about the point something, okay? So when you see 3.7, it doesn't mean that it is a risk reward ratio of 3.7, okay? Reward ratio of 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 1 to 1, or 1 to 7, or whatever. Okay, if I go ahead and increase my TP right here, you see now that this is a risk reward ratio of 1, 1 to 7, right? So 7 times the amount of money that you're actually risking, right? Now, when you do this, okay, it doesn't mean that this has calculated your position size. Okay, if for instance you say, oh, it means that if this market goes in my favor by 43%, and I'm using a 10x leverage, it means that I'm up by 400% plus, right? And then maybe your trading capital is $100. You will now be calculating 400% by your $100. It is not on your trading capital. It is on the position size you enter that trade with. Okay? The calculation is done on the position size that you enter the trade with, which is why we have actually created this tool here for you. All right? So if you go to Digital Leonard, would you please drop this link after now? On the home page, I have to put it on the home page so that, or you can go to the menu, okay, on the tools option here, and then you see crypto position size calculator. All right. So once you come in here, you want to say my trading capital is at $100. Whatever your trading capital is, you enter it here, right? And then how much are you ready to risk in this trade? In this case, what I'm ready to risk here is about 6%. Right? What I'm ready to risk here is about 6%, and that's if it is my stop loss. So I'll go ahead and put stop loss at 6%. Now, if you have a trading capital of $100, how much are you ready to risk out of that? Right? Now, the general rule for risk management in your trading is, between 1 and 3% at most, okay? 1 and 3%. So let's say you want to risk 3% of your capital, right? You go ahead where you say risk level, you put 3% there. So it means that it is 3% of this $100 that you are risking. Okay, 3% of this $100 that you're risking. Now, what's the leverage you want to use? You can go ahead and use whatever leverage you want to use there. So let me just say 10x leverage. And if I go ahead and calculate this thing, okay, so what it means right here is that inside that the $100, I don't need to enter a trade with the whole of the $100, right? I'm entering, my margin will be $5, okay? You don't need to go and start looking at where you put the $5. What you need to do now is where it says position size, you come in here and type in $50 there. That's what it is required for you to enter that trade. Okay, position size, and then you will see that the margin will be around $5. So if this now hit this stop loss that you've specified here, okay, so that means that what you'll be risking or losing in this trade is around okay, sorry, this is it's around $3, right? Now, even if I go ahead and change this stop loss, let's say this leverage, let's say I want to use 50x leverage, for instance, right? If it hits my stop loss, I will still be risking the same $3. I will still be losing the same $3, right? Now, the position size has reduced. They calculate, sorry. This will calculate, let me see. 30. Yes, okay, yeah. It did, okay? It did. So the position size will still be the same, but the margin will reduce, okay? The margin will reduce. That way, if it hits my stop loss, I will still be losing $3. And in this case now, what the calculation is will be on that your $5 margin, that your $1 margin, or that your $10 margin. That's what this will be calculated on. So if this market goes up by 400% with a 10x leverage, it will be 400% of your $5, which is the margin you enter that trade with. Okay, but the deal here is that because you are using leverage, you are able to buy, right, $50 worth of that particular asset, okay, with just $1 or with just $5, right? That's the whole idea. So try to use this tool, and let me know if there is any confusion around it. Maybe when we meet this evening, we'll be able to talk more on this. I don't know if that is clear.
Yes, it's clear. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, guys, we'll see you guys later in this evening, okay? Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Bye, boss.